Hello everyone. Today I am going to make this kind of designs. This was a request to show you guys how to make this kind of realistic designs because these are not illustrations. These are real life images and especially the lighting effect here. I created a lighting effect in the Illustrator in one of my previous video, but that was not this much realistic looking. So how to make this kind of designs? For making this kind of designs, we actually need to work on Photoshop. And we need some elements like this, like the lights here, the Christmas tree, the cats. So you can search, like, this is a website I am using to search the images. Here you can see clipartmax.com. This is a good website. And also this is another website called freepngimg.com. You can see these are the lightning effect. You can just search like Christmas decorations png, or you can search like Christmas lightning png, Christmas lights. You will find tons of images like this. Just you have to be careful that you are not taking anything that is copyrighted, like that is something of Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, or any product images. You can take this kind of images. These are like from free websites, and this is the exact same lighting they are using in this design. And to understand what design we can take, we have to, like, you have to understand the transparency. Here you can see this image is not actually complete transparent. This will have the white and gray background here, but if I click on this one is going to maybe this one. Okay, that is the previous one. So whatever image we are going to use, you have to click on that image to go to the original website. Then you can see that if there is showing any kind of gray and white box like this, then that is not a complete transparent png, but this is a complete transparent png, so you can use that one. And there are some other stuffs, like you can search like Christmas decoration, then some cat images, dog images, some Santa Claus hat like this, and some Christmas elements like this. So I have downloaded some of them. Like, this is the elements I'm going to use here. You can see that this is a transparent image, actually no white and gray background, so it will work perfectly fine for me. But if I download anything that has some background like I can show you maybe in one of these images, not this one. Okay, you can see this one is showing that this one, you can see this is not a complete transparent image. So if you use this image, there will be some background. So I am going to, as this is a cat design, I am going to make a dog design. So for starting the design process, I am using the Photoshop 2018 version. Let's create a new file, and of course we are making a t-shirt design, so that size should be like 4500 into 5400, and the most important is the DPI. So it should be 300 pixel per inch, that means PPI. So that's good for us. Let's create the document. Now once our document is created, we need to export all the images into Photoshop so that we can work with them. But you can see there are some kind of the images, some of them have longer titles, some of them are shorter, so it will cause some problem when we will work on different windows. So let's select everything from here, go to rename and press dot on your keyboard, press enter. It will be renamed as the serial number like this. So that is good for me. It will be easier for me to work with them. So let's select, I'm going to use this Christmas tree here, then this dog image, this one, maybe this one. I just want to make it look like a design with different dogs, just like this. Then drag them to Photoshop. You can see these are okay. That is actually working like this. It is like pasting in a one by one in different layers, so that will be easy for me to work. But if you want, you can just simply press Ctrl O. Okay, let me turn on the, you will see the keyboard strokes here. So Ctrl O will, sorry for that, Ctrl O will open the window, and then we can import our images like this. Then we can drag it to our main document, however you feel okay to work with. So as you can see, our Christmas tree is on the top. So first of all I need to make it bigger, so I'm pressing Ctrl T for the scale here, scaling here, just making it a little bigger. Okay, let me just zoom out little bit, so that this is our main artboard here. So I'm going to place this like this, then press enter once my position is good. Okay, now I can simply select all the layers from here. Then if I right click here, I can simply click on this rasterize layer. Okay, why I am doing this, you can see this, these are now acting like a smart object. You can see that symbol here. If I double click here, I can make changes on it on a separate layer. Then if I save that layer, it will be saved in this layer. So that is something we work on, like for different project, different kind of designs. So a smart object is not something we will be working in this design. So I'm selecting them all, right click and then rasterize layer. It will, now they are not like a smart object, so we can simply use our brush tool or erase tool on it. I need to erase this part of the that Christmas tree here. So let's press E on the keyboard, it will bring the eraser tool, and I am just erasing this part because that is not something I will need here. So that is good. Now I need to make some changes on the colors, like this is not looking like a real Christmas tree or like the real green of the Christmas tree. So let's use the hue saturation option here. Let's make it like something like that, then increase the saturation to make it like look like more green. So that much is good for me. Now I need to keep it aside like this, so that I can place my dog images. So this is my first dog image. If I click on this layer, I can, okay, this is the problem of the this version of Photoshop. You have to click on the object, not layer, will not work like this. So first of all is I need to make this dog in this side, like this is the, okay, maybe not that one, let's use this one. This is facing right side, so I need to keep it on the left, and this one is facing left side, so I am keeping that in the right side. That is good. Then this one in the center point, this one also in center, maybe like this. Then this image like this. I want to create a baseline here, and then I am going to place the, like the, okay, these two dogs are looking like similar, so let's erase one of them, so not that one. This one is the, sorry for that, this is the dog maybe. Okay, so let's press delete, it will be deleted. So that is the position of my dogs here. I need to just like resize the, increase or decrease the size of them from here. So I am selecting this one, then pressing Ctrl T. I hope you guys know this small tricks. If you are going to make a design using Photoshop, these are the basics, so you should know that. Okay, so this is, okay, this is the image. Let's press Ctrl T to make it a little bigger, just like this. Okay, as you can see, this dog has some tail facing this world, but if I keep it, it will take this part as my design area, but I don't want that, so I'm pressing E for the eraser tool. I'm just erasing the tails from this area because that will not necessary for my design here. So if I keep it like this, then this big dog, that one, let's press Ctrl T for scaling, just like this. Okay, I can keep it like this. These two a bit small, bigger in size than these two smaller dogs. I need to use them, so I'm going to use it. But I want this dog to be on top of in front, and this bigger two in the back. So once my that layer is selected, I need to bring it like on top. Whichever layer is on top, that will be on front, and the below layer will be in the behind, in the back. Just a little bit like this. I'm just making it like some big dogs and some smaller dogs, because I will be using Santa Claus hat on them, so I need to have the space. Okay, let me turn off the Christmas tree so that I can see the German Shepherd one. That's good. Let's use this one like this. Okay, so that is pretty much it going to be. Okay, this one should be a little down and like this, so that is good for me. This position of these dogs are really good for me. Now I need to add a black background because this kind of design looks good on black. So let me create a solid color layer just like this, then select the black like this. Okay, I don't know why I get message while I am recording, so that is good for me. This position, now as you can see, these dogs are not actually perfectly cutted out, like there are some white areas in the design. So for fixing that we need to first, okay, let's take the German Shepherd one. If I, this is the layer of the German Shepherd, so if I control click on it, it will make a selection of that original image like this. Then I need to play, like click here to add a layer mask here. If I click here, it will add a layer mask, and then I can simply right click on the layer mask to add like selected mask option like this. Then it is going to add the red layer like this, that will help me. So if I just increase the radius size here just like this, you can see it is already erasing the white parts from my design. So this is up to you guys, whichever image you are going to work with, you have to adjust the radius according to that image. So this much is good for me. I think that will work fine for me. Okay, I made a mistake here. Or we can simply just, this plus tool you can see here, if I click here or make it like a stroke like that, it will add that white part into the selection just like that. So that is good for me. This is looking a bit confusing because this 2080 version has some problem. Okay, so let's press OK. Or we can do it manually, like clicking the layer mask, press B for brush tool, and once the brush tool is active, you can simply paint in black. You can see my foreground color is now black, so if I paint anything in black, it will erase those parts. So this is the two different way you can work like that, whichever way you want. So once my that option is done, I can keep it as it is, or I can merge it. Okay, let's not merge it now. Now this image, this black one has some problem already, so let's fix that. Okay, so click on this thumbnail here, control click, and then click on this layer mask. Okay, sorry for that, I need to like select this layer, then click on this layer mask, it will be mask like this. Then if I press like paint anything in black just like this, okay, that is just erasing the details of my design here. Okay, we can press Ctrl Z for Illustrator, but Photoshop doesn't work like that. So after one step of undo, we need to press Ctrl and Alt. Then if I click on Z, it will keep going the doing the undo process. So once that is in mask, let's select it here, clip and select on mask. Then just change the radius a little bit so that it takes some of the unnecessary whites from our design. So that is good for me. Let's press OK. I'm just going to make it a simple design, not too much elemental. So let's make our brush tool a bit bigger so that I can simply erase it like this. I'm just going to make it like matching with the black background of my main graphic, so that will work for me, no problem. I don't need too much details here to be on. So that's good, guys. I think this is a logo or something. So let's select our this layer, click on this clone and stamp tool. Then if I press alt, I can sample any area, like maybe this area. Then if I paint over it, it will be filled with that area. So we are not using any kind of logo in our design. And of course, guys, I don't recommend you to using this kind of designs for merged by Amazon. You can just work with other marketplace like Teespring, Redbubble, but merged by Amazon, I cannot guarantee you that using this kind of free resource or public domain images can cause you some problem. So that's up to you. Okay, so now I need to add my Christmas tree, but this Christmas tree should be in the behind of everything, like in the back of everything, but it is on top of everything. So we need to drag that layer down just like this, and it will be like placed like that. So this is good for me, this position. Now I need to add some extra elements here. So first of all I'm going to make select, I'm clicking here and then pressing shift to click on the top layer. It will be in between all the every layer will be selected like this. Then I can make it group, control G. So it will be easier for me to work, like my dogs are in this group, so that is good for me. Now let's press control A for open. Then I am going to use this Santa Claus hat. This is also I downloaded from that website, you can find it there, or I will add the design elements there for you in my group. Sorry for that. Okay, so as you can see, this is our hat. We need to just adjust it to the size of the dogs here, just like this. Then rotate it like this. This is going to be the, I'm just placing it however I feel like this is going to fit in the dog head. It is just up to you. So once that option is okay, I need to make it a little bit bigger, just like this. Then maybe rotate it a little. This is up to you guys, or the image you are using. So that is not looking perfect, but it will work for me, no problem. So this one I am going to, this head is facing this direction, so I need to face it in the other direction for that dog. So let's press Ctrl T, then just make it like a same size in the opposite direction, or however you feel like this is same size, it's up to you. Again I am just going to place it like this. Now this, you can make it completely a perfect design, but that is up to you. I am not going to do it for this one. So this hat is direct facing this direction. I want that to be on this German Shepherd head. So let's select that layer, press Alt and drag like this. It will make a copy of that design. And then if I press Ctrl T, it will give me that selection tool, and then I'm going to place it like this. I want his eyes to be visible, so it should be a little bigger, maybe just like this. Then I want to make his one ear invisible, like behind the head, and that is good for me. Then for this one here I am going to select this head that is facing the opposite direction, then press Alt to copy that. Okay, maybe like this on this one, or maybe I can use little rotation here. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, this is just some small parts of our design, but it should look like a little realistic, not too much fake looking. So that is good for me. Now I need to, okay, let's use this one. Okay, as you can see, I made a mistake here. This dog is not going to work for us, because this is looking like a in a total opposite direction, like upwards. So if I place the hat here, it will not work for us. So let's bring in the other dog that we didn't take in the first place. So let's drag it here, Control T to make it large like this, make it bigger. Okay, that is facing this direction. Okay, sorry for that, it will just waste some of my time. So let's open the dog group here. Then this is the bigger dog for me. Select that layer, erase it, I don't need that. So that is good. Now I need to like, okay, first of all is I need to make some changes here, like this one should be okay. Let's just place the dogs first. So this is my dog here. I'm going to make it little bigger this time to fill the areas inside the, just like this. Then this one, not that one, this one. Okay, this is the one. So let's press Ctrl T, not there. Select this layer, press Ctrl T to make it bigger, just like this. So I am just going to use 4 dogs here, not 5. And then my dog placement is good. Now I need to fix the head positions. So this is the head for that is good, this one is good also. this one. So for this one I need to make it like bigger now, because I made the dog bigger, just like this will work for me. Now for that one, this is the original one, so let's select that layer, let's make it like bigger. Okay, so as you can see, these two is facing like a same direction, like opposite direction, but overlapping each other. So let's make some space between them, just like this. That is good for me. Now there are some small details we can fix, but that will just take some time. Okay, so this is my dog group and this is my head group, so let's select them together, make it group. So I have two groups here, the head group and the dog group, so that is good for me. Now the time for adding some lightings, but lightings I will add later. Let's use some elements here, like the decorative elements, so that I can feel the lower part of my design. Okay, as you can see, these dogs are not like sitting on a, like sitting on something or like that, so that is, and they are not in kind of same position. There are some small shadows in the area also, so let's hide that part, the lower part of my dogs, let's hide that. So let's make it little smaller, just like this. I'm just going to place some object here so that I can fill that area. That is, these are all the png images from that website, you can download it from there. And of course we are making some designs out of them, so that will not be a copyright problem, there will be no copyright problem. Okay, that is good for me. I should have downloaded some gift box or something, but I didn't do that. Okay, sorry for that. I did download some elements like this. So let's use our lasso tool here. So by lasso tool we can select manually with our hand, like this. So let's use this one. So I'm going to just make a rough selection of this area, because I just need this gift box from this tree here. I don't need a tree because I have one already, so that is good for me. Once my selection is made, use your move tool to bring it in the original document like this, then press Ctrl T. It will be like this, but I don't want it to be too much bigger, because just like this. Okay, now I need to press E for eraser tool, so that I can erase this part. That is not the part of my, that is the part I want to hide from here. Okay, so this is a rough area here. Let me just, okay, this layer should be on top of everything, because I don't want that box to be visible, so that is good for me. This box should be on the lower area. Okay, this part also should be on top. Let's make it bigger so that it fills the area better, just like this. And the last layer here, the first one we added, I'm going to make it a little bigger so that it hides the tail that we erased of the dog, just like this. So that is good for me. Now you can see my design is okay, maybe just like this. Then also I can go to my dog layer. This is my main dog. Let's bring it little closer so that it maintains a same area of the design here, so that is good. This is my German Shepherd one. Okay, this one, not this one, this one. So let's bring it closer also. That is good. Now I need to work on the heads again, because I made some changes, not that one. Okay, you can just rename every layer you are working. Like for the heads you can make it like German Shepherd head, or any name you want to make it, so that it will be easier for you to understand which layer you want to move or make changes. So that is good for me. Now my main design is ready, so let's erase, like I don't need them anymore, I need more new elements here. So let's first of all use our lightings here. As I told you, this is a transparent lighting, so it will just work, it will work just fine. Now this is looking this kind of, I will show you guys how to make this kind of lights also, not just use this use the pre-made designs. Okay, as you can see, this is looking like that. Okay, before that I need to erase that, because I want to make this a group. This is my elements group. Work in group, guys, that is really like easy to work with. You don't need to do the changes or find the designs every time. So I'm going to make it rotate like this, because I just want these areas. Sorry for that, I just have to click on the object. I want to be just like this, and you can see this is two layer, but these two layers should be below the elements here. That's how it will not be visible. So if I bring them down like this, you can see this is my element group, then below that my lighting group. So that is good for me. It would hide the wire parts of the design, but I can simply make it a group, that is the lighting group. Then press alt to make a copy. Then this one here I am going to bring in top. Now I have two light group, one is on top of the elements, one is below the elements. So that is good for me. Now I can simply bring in another lighting, maybe this one doesn't have that reflect, like the light is not that reflect effect. So I'm using this one to show you guys how to make this kind of, like how to make that kind of designs. So let's turn off the group. This is my new lighting layer. So I need to press Ctrl T to rotate the direction like this, just like this. Then I am going to place it something like this. Okay, let's start from the top first. So I need to make it put like this. Then I need to do some magic here. So how to make those kind of sparkling, like the lightning effect. So let's, when our this image is selected, like that this layer is selected, we need to press Ctrl and click on this new layer. It will create a new layer below the original selected layer. So once my this layer is selected, just press B for brush tool, and as you can see, let's make it a bit smaller, just like this. And then you need to do some changes, like the hardness should be 0%, and that is good for us. Then press alt to sample this color, then click like this. It will make it that lightning effect, and in that exact same color. And this is the easiest way to make that kind of lightning effect, just like this. And why we are doing this, because I'm going to make some copies of this light, but if I don't do this now, I will need to do this on every layer I will be copying. So that's why I am making it first. Okay, so my lightning effect is done. Now if you want, you can just increase the amount like this, and that is just up to you, just like this. But that will not, my light will not be visible like that. So that is good for me. Now I need to select this two, because this is the effect layer, this is the original light layer. So I need to select this to make this a group. Now for that group, once it is in group, I need to press alt to make a copy here. Okay, sorry for that. We need to just, we can work like this. Select this group, bring this, drag this to the new layer, it will create another group. And then we can select it like this. Inside the group, I need to select them both, then we can drag them like this. So my light and the effect is copying together. Let's rotate the position just like this, so that it feels like this is the lightning on the Christmas tree. So that is good. Now for this two selected, when that two is selected, I can make another copy like this. Then press Ctrl T to bring the scale tool, just like this. Then I can simply place them like that. Then again I need to make another copy. So once my this two layer is selected, press alt and drag it down to make another copy. Then rotate it just like this, however you want it. Then if I make it bigger like this. Okay, so what is I am doing, that I am making those lightning on the tree, so that is not looking very good here. So let's fix that. This is the group of my lightning and this is also the lightning group. So let's select this two group, make it a group. So in this two group we have the lightning, all the lightning. So let's rename it like lights. That is good. Then drag this layer below every layer you have. Okay, not like that, just like this. Then of course on top of the tree layer, and that's how it will be behind the dogs but in front of the trees. And then also we have this option here, the lights here. These are with the inbuilt lighting effect, so we can use one of them just like this. Make it bigger, then rotate it so that it fills the area. And this is easier to work with because this is not two different layers, so that is good for us. Just like this. Then these two layer, the latest two layers we added, we need to select them. Then we can simply drag them like this. It will be behind the dogs but in front of the Christmas tree. Then we can simply drag them to inside the lights layer also. If you don't understand the layers much, you will feel some problems, but keep working with the inbuilt lightning effect like that. So that is good for us. Now as you can see, our Christmas tree is looking like, we need to make that a little out of focus because we need to focus on our dogs. So let's go to filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur. If I make it a little bit more like this, blur like this, let's see how it looks. Okay, that is not looking very good, so let's do that again, maybe one more time. So let's use that layer, not too much blurry, just a little blurry, just like this. That is good. And now my Christmas tree is visible, but the lightnings are visible better than before, and my dogs are also visible, so that is good for me. This is taking a bit longer than I expected, so let's finish the tutorial. Okay, I'm going to use some decorative elements. So the easiest way, this is the PNG image, right? So I can move them all together, but I want to move the small parts from here as we can do in Illustrator. So for doing that we need this lasso tool. So let's select a object like this with the lasso tool, press V for the move tool, then drag it to your design or wherever you want it to be. Like, make it smaller, and of course make sure that in which layer you are doing it. I am doing it on top of the Christmas tree, so that is good for me because this is, sorry for that, I need to make some copies of that element here just like this. Maybe this one a bit smaller because not everyone in same size, so that is good for me. I don't need this. Let's use the lasso tool again. Okay, I forgot the shortcut. The shortcut is L. So let's use this one, maybe press V for the selection tool, bring it like this, but I cannot place it on top of my Christmas tree because there are some. Okay, I can place it here so that it feels like the top star is not blurred out, just like this. That is good. Then if I go to my Christmas tree layer, press E for the eraser, then I can simply erase the original star there. That will be good for me. Now I can use some other stuffs from here, just like this. Maybe some circles like that, not that one, this one. Press V for the selection tool, drag it into your design like this. Make it a little smaller. So that is okay. I have another item here, the red circle. So let's take on red circle like this. We can press Ctrl C and Ctrl V to pasting that, but that is like hard to work like this. Okay, so once my these elements are in place, I can simply like click all to make a copy of that one. Then of course press Ctrl T to make it smaller like this. Then I can press all to move this one in some other direction, just like this. Press Ctrl T for making it smaller. Now this is up to you guys how you want to decorate the design. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because as it is already a long tutorial and nobody watches long videos, so I think that is good for me. So that is good. I am not, I can simply add some text here, so let's do that. I'm just using the text Christmas here. Let's use like, I don't know, this is Miraculous Christmas. This is a good font for Christmas designs, and as you can see that is good. If I just press Ctrl T here, I will be able to make it smaller or bigger like this. Then press, okay, sorry, that is not working like that. This is hard to record a full screen video and then work in Photoshop or Illustrator. It causes problems like this. Okay guys, so this is the final position of my this design here. If I do anything else on this design, you will be able to see that in my group. So thank you everyone. I hope this one gives you some idea how to make this kind of designs. And if you want this file, let me know. You can just simply download them from the website I showed you, but still if you can't, you can post in my group. I will try to give you these files so that you can at least practice. So that's it guys. Thank you everyone. I hope you learned something new from this one, how to work with this kind of realistic images. So see you in the next video guys. Thank you. Have a great time.